Alrighty, well, hello, sinners. How are ya? Homophobic. So, I am not usually one to report on current news. I am by no means the next Barbara Walters, so journalists everywhere can now sleep peacefully at night knowing that I'm not coming for their positions. But most of the time, I just like to make my silly little videos about weird straight people and move along with my day. That's the end of that. However, the story we're going to discuss today is a great example of how entitled COVID deniers are in the United States. Despite hundreds of thousands of people dying in the US alone, and the amount of former COVID-19 patients who experience long-term side effects, there are still COVID deniers who choose to believe wacky conspiracy theories they'd read on Facebook written by God knows who over the abundance of evidence that explains how dangerous the virus is. Along with that, there's even more information that proves how the vaccine decreases your chances of catching and spreading COVID-19. And before anyone comments, yes, there are vaccinated people who have still contracted the virus. However, most of those cases are very mild. But why care about other people or even your own health when you can bitch about having to wear a mask for 30 minutes while you shop? Speaking of bitching, the woman I'll be talking about today is an anti-mask coughing Karen who went viral at the beginning of this month. A Reddit user named Jessabird documented her experience with this Karen at a Super Saver in Lincoln, Nebraska. She posted a lengthy comment detailing what happened. So my kid and I were at the store tonight to pick up a few groceries when this lady approached us and said politely, "Excuse me." And to be honest, I thought she was going to ask me for help or ask me where something was. I was about to say, "I don't work here, lady," when she asked why we were wearing masks. That's when I realized that she wasn't wearing one herself. I started walking away while replying because of the Delta variant and also because there's a mandate. Then she went on about how she was born and raised here in Nebraska, and it's too bad that some Nebraskans have turned into sheep. She asked if I've had a vaccine and said that my kid and I don't need to wear masks because we look young and healthy. There were several other people around wearing masks, but for some reason she chose to pick on me and my kid. Jessabird and her child took videos of the Karen who was harassing them, and then her child posted both clips on their TikTok. Since then, Jessabird's child has removed the TikTok from their page. But since the internet is the internet, their TikTok has still managed to circulate all around social media. So I'm going to share my thoughts as we watch the video together, and then we'll discuss the aftermath. However, before we begin, I have to leave you guys alone for a second and do an ad read. I know, I promise this is nothing to be scared of. Everything will be fine, and I will be back in a moment. Hi. I know I'm wearing a different shirt, but that's only because I'm here to talk to you about today's sponsor, Cerebral. If you don't know, Cerebral is a mental health platform that provides clients with access to ongoing online prescription management, counseling, and therapy for conditions such as depression, anxiety, and insomnia, among others, all for a flat monthly rate. Depending on what state you live in, there is also treatment available for ADHD, bipolar disorder, and PTSD. With Cerebral, you can do online at-home visits with your therapist, care counselor, or provider whenever it's convenient for you. In most cases, after you sign up for Cerebral, you can see a prescribing provider in as little as 20 minutes. If you choose to go with integrated behavioral and medication therapy, your therapist and your doctor will be in contact to ensure you receive the best care possible. And the best part about Cerebral is how affordable their services are, whether or not you have insurance. Cerebral can cost 3 times less than traditional therapy services. They offer a consistent flat monthly rate at a more affordable price. All you have to do is fill out a short online form and answer questions so Cerebral can understand your symptoms. Afterwards, you can choose to subscribe to one of Cerebral's 3 different membership options depending on your needs and your budget. Cerebral also has a mobile app available on Google Play and the App Store, and this allows you to message your therapist whenever you need them. It's like having a full mental health team on call. If you'd like to take the next step in working on your mental health, all you have to do is click the link in my description, fill out the questionnaire, and get connected with the provider right away for only $30 for your first month. Thank you so much to Cerebral for supporting my channel. Now let's get back to your scheduled programming. See, that wasn't so bad, but I can't say the same for the video we're about to watch. With that being said, let's roll the clip.
That's a, excuse me?
Excuse me, I'm coming through.
I know I'm filming alone in my bedroom, but let me just... Much better.
You're so cute.
I can't stand how she looks so smug here. Like you're proud of the fact that you're nasty? Who the hell raised you?
She's coughing at me. She's coughing at me,
No,
yes.
look at you guys. You're so cute. You're such a Karen. Okay, whatever. You're such sheep. Why don't you
The COVID denier is calling people sheep? No, wait, let me get this right. The COVID denier is calling people sheep? Her lack of self-awareness is bad.
You're such sheep. Why don't you have a mask on? Because I don't need to have one on. I'm not sick and neither are you. Okay.
COVID is an upper respiratory virus. You can be asymptomatic and have no idea that you're infected. Even if you're not showing physical symptoms, you can still carry and spread the virus through respiratory droplets from your mouth. Thus, why we wear masks. I actually have an article from Harvard Medical School that explains what kind of masks are best and who masks are meant to protect. So this lady should listen up. We know that wearing masks can help prevent the spread of coronavirus by blocking droplets that are emitted when someone coughs, sneezes, talks, or breathes. But which masks are best and worst? Researchers at Duke University created a simple setup that allowed them to count the number of droplet particles released when people spoke the phrase, "Stay healthy, people," 5 times in a row. First, the study participants spoke without a mask, and then they repeated the same words each time, wearing one of 14 different types of face masks and coverings. As expected, medical-grade N95 masks performed best, meaning that the fewest number of droplets got through. They were followed by surgical masks. Several masks made up of polypropylene, a cotton/propylene blend, and 2-layer cotton masks sewn in different styles also performed well. Gaiters ranked dead last. Also called neck fleeces, gaiters tend to be made of lightweight fabric and are often worn by athletes. Bandanas also ranked poorly. Based on an analysis of existing information, a new study contends that masks may also protect mask wearers from becoming infected themselves. Different masks, writes the study author, block viral particles to varying degrees. If masks lead to lower doses of virus being inhaled, then fewer people may become infected, and those who do may have milder illness. Researchers in China experimented with hamsters to test the effect of masks. They put healthy hamsters and hamsters infected with the COVID-19 coronavirus in a cage and separated some of the healthy and infected hamsters with a barrier made of surgical masks. Many of the masked healthy hamsters did not get infected, and those who did got less sick than previously healthy maskless hamsters. A similar experiment cannot ethically be done in humans, but researchers have studied doses of flu virus and found that people who inhaled a higher dose of flu virus were more likely to get sick and experience symptoms. Observations of coronavirus outbreaks in processing plants and on cruise ships also support the idea that masks may help protect mask wearers. Without more research, we can't be certain that masks protect the wearer, but we do know they don't hurt and that they protect others.
It's a piece of fabric.
It's so frustrating that we still have to stress the importance of masks 2 years into the pandemic.
You don't know who's sick or not.
It's my allergies.
You
I
don't
have
know
allergies.
who's sick or not by
Ladies and germs, this is why we carry pepper spray. You know, while we're at it again, you know what? I don't trust her. But pandemic or not, why would you think that coughing on someone is acceptable? If she had the virus in this video, this would be considered bioterrorism. And listen, I'm a Cancer Mars and I'm not a confrontational person whatsoever, but if someone did this to me while I was at a grocery store, I would simply lose my shit.
You
I
don't
have
know who's sick or
allergies.
not by looking
Oh,
at
you,
somebody.
yeah. And
You
so 2 years ago, before anybody started talking about COVID, you were okay with that, though, going out not knowing you were sick, right?
Coughing on people has never been okay, though. Like, yes, mask mandates weren't around 2 years ago, but I don't think anyone would be okay with a stranger hacking up a lung in their face.
You don't know anything
Right?
about my health.
I don't.
Yeah, she's
This has to be the worst part for me. This woman is endangering the lives of everyone around her to try to prove a point that is and always will be moot. The woman filming could be immunocompromised, her child could be immunocompromised, they could be living with someone who's immunocompromised, and the stupid coughing lady in purple does not care. You have to be the most reckless, entitled, and selfish person to think that coughing on someone is okay. Like, I'm genuinely disgusted. But finally, 40 seconds into the video, an employee steps in to defuse the situation.
yeah, she's coughing on me.
I have my allergies, and she got all freaked out because I'm coughing.
Let's say she does have allergies. If she really had to cough, she could, I don't know, go outside and hack up as many lungs as she wants. She could cough into her elbow like we were taught to do in kindergarten. But people don't freak out when someone else has allergies. They're not contagious. Allergies are an immune reaction to something in your environment, such as dust or pollen. They're freaking out because this lady is maskless, getting in their personal space, and coughing on them. I think most people would be pissed in that situation.
No, she's coughing.
How do you know? You don't know, and she just said, I don't know anything about her health. You don't know anything about my health. Maybe I have a medical
Okay, everybody.
release. I don't need to wear a mask.
Okay,
I
bye.
have a
So you can't wear a mask for health reasons, but you're fine with open mouth coughing in a public space. Flawless logic, really. This lady coughs like a child. Actually, that's an insult to children everywhere because at least most children have manners. So that's pretty much the whole video. The second part is Jessa Bird's child filming from their perspective, and it's more or less the same thing. In the second part of her comment, Jessa Bird says, "At the end of this video, some poor guy working there tried to intervene and basically told us all to just go our separate ways. Karen walked away and I told the guy what happened. He said it wasn't the first time he's had to deal with people like her at work. I then tried to continue my shopping, but this lady followed me around the store. I told her she needs to keep her distance and that her coughing on me was assault. She laughed and kept saying, 'Look at you, it's so cute how scared you are.' By this time, I was absolutely livid, trying my best to hold it together in front of my kid. I didn't finish my shopping. Instead, I went to the self-checkout to pay for my stuff. Next, she followed me to use the self-checkout right next to me. I informed the employee manning the checkouts that this woman had assaulted me in the store by coughing deliberately on me, but I didn't wait around to see what the employee would say in response. I just really wanted to get us the heck out of there." Not only did this lady cough on a woman and her child, she also stalked them for the rest of their shopping trip. Very classy. But this video went viral on social media and people were livid, as they should be. A lot of users were trying to find the identity of this woman to hold her accountable, but they were unsuccessful at first. There was actually a different Nebraskan resident who was accused of being the lady in the video, but this was later disproven. However, a TikToker by the name @ThatDineshGuy cracked the case and figured out who this anti-mask coughing Karen was. Not only did he find this lady's personal Facebook page, he also discovered her LinkedIn profile with her employer's name.
I don't need to have one on. I'm not sick, and neither are you.
Stop lying, Janine. What you did is a crime, and a lot of people have gotten into a lot of trouble over it, and now it's your turn.
So the culprit of today's video is Scottsdale resident Janine Hoskevec. I said her name is Janine Hoskevec. When this information was leaked, people flooded the social media accounts of her employer, SAP, which is a German software company. And everyone made sure to let SAP know about the antics of their employee, Janine. And you know what happened? The bitch got fired. That's what we in the biz call poetic justice. Anti-mask Karen fired over viral grocery store coughing video. This should be good. A Nebraska woman was caught on viral video deliberately coughing on a mother and child inside a grocery store, and now she's lost her job over the on-camera stunt. Janine Hoskevec, 54, dubbed Anti-Mask Karen, was fired by German software company SAP after it caught wind of the September 3rd incident inside a Super Saver store in London, Newsweek said. SAP also made a public statement on their Twitter account. The health and safety of our employees and the communities in which we live and work are of utmost concern to us. We are taking the matter of a SAP employee incident very seriously and investigating the situation. We have reviewed the incident and can confirm that the individual in question no longer works for SAP. You know what they say say about Karma, she's a bitch. But because stupid is as stupid does, a lot of people sympathize with Janine and called her a hero. I didn't know coughing in people's faces awards you that title. After she got fired, apparently Janine changed her name on her LinkedIn profile and wrote in her bio that she wants to become an attorney. And that is hilarious to me because if she loses, is she gonna cough in the judge's face? If Janine is your lawyer, you are royally f***ed. Or I guess, like, if you're willingly hiring her after everything that happened, you probably deserve what's coming to you. And you're also infected because she'll probably cough on you too.
So this 100% is her. She took her profile picture out of her LinkedIn and changed the spelling of her name. Here's her reaction. She changed her bio on LinkedIn to thinking about becoming an attorney who prosecutes people making online threats. And then, hold on, let's read this. Get ready for batshit crazy, okay? But no, this is the worst here. Hero. She considers herself a hero for assaulting a child.
Now, we have to read her statement because it's a goldmine of delusion. I tolerate your hate so I can capture the identities of those who threaten harm. You're already full of hate, so. Welcome to the modern social media viper pit. Many of you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed for being mean on social media. But coughing on people is totally fine. You do not know the whole story and have not seen the videos, plural, in their entirety. We saw you commit bioterrorism in this single video. I think we know enough of the story. I now know how our men in blue feel when they are wrongly convicted by the social media mob and Antifa. Yup, it's Antifa's fault that you're a piece of shit. May God bless and heal our country. Thank you to those of you who reached out with sincere words of kindness, and special thanks to those who called me a hero. Our shared faith and vision of a brighter future will heal our world. I'm sorry, heal our world? If you and every other COVID-idiot start coughing on people, there's gonna be no world left to heal, because we'll all be dead. You know, at this rate, we're never getting out of the pandemic. If you want to know my thoughts, in case I haven't made it clear enough, I have no sympathy for COVID deniers. You're gonna play a stupid game? Then you're gonna win a stupid prize. She's certainly not the only anti-masker who's been in the news. There are plenty of similar stories to this. But witnessing the entitlement and defiance of COVID deniers in real time is infuriating because we all just want to get back to normal, or at least as close to normal as possible. However, there's no end in sight. In fact, things are getting worse again. Numbers are rising, and it's because of people like her who refuse to cooperate with social distancing guidelines and mask mandates. We're pretty much suffering the consequences of selfish people, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it. This whole pandemic reminds me of elementary school when one or two kids in your class would misbehave, so now the whole class can't go to recess. It's funny how life repeats itself. I would love to know your thoughts though. Did Janine get what was coming to her, or was the social media mob too harsh? Was Antifa really to blame here? Let me know down below. If you would like me to talk about more Karens in the future, or anything else really, I have a Google form linked in the description where you can submit your video ideas for me. I also have my social media down there, so make sure you follow me as well. But thank you so much for watching. If you liked today's video, make sure to give me a very teeny tiny thumbs up and subscribe down below. Thank you so much to Cerebral for sponsoring today's video. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye!